because worldwide we now have more than $1 trillion a year in expenditures on military. We're moving to a war economy. So yes, you spend a huge amount, but it keeps corporations propped up. And in the game of geopolitics, it keeps the oil price propped up, which helps a whole lot of people, including the United States, in terms of competition with China and the emerging markets in Asia. So we're looking at economic warfare, and if you are a variety of different corporations and banks, it is the way within the geopolitical competition to stay on top. Now, again, it's terribly draining for most people. Again, it's centralizing wealth at the cost of the little guy, whether it's here or in countries around the world. If you think it's tough on us, you should see what it's doing to the average Chinese worker. The New York Fed. And the New York Fed is a private bank owned by its members, of which Goldman Sachs is one of the most prominent, J.P. Morgan Chase is one of the most prominent, Citibank, Bank of New York, etc. So you have the government's bank accounts and credit has been run primarily by these banks for many years. So, for example, when you and I have talked many times about the $4 trillion that went missing from federal accounts from fiscal 1998 on, because what the American people who were screaming on those radio shows understood, Dennis, is that when I, as the Secretary of Treasury, say that I want complete authority with no review and no court of law is allowed to question what I'm doing, and I'm free to give whatever money I want to whomever I want for whatever I want without any check on the pricing or where the money's really going, and no court can say diddly squat about it, what that means is there is no law. Now, I can give you my theories as to why Paulson is asking for those powers, because he can't afford for the global financial system to understand the extent of the crime and the fraud in those portfolios, because that could crack, he would be concerned that would crack the liquidity in the system. What the American people calling in on those radio shows understood is as soon as you say there is no law as a matter of policy and Congress and the Supreme Court agrees, then no assets have any value because everything is subject to seizure by the bailout mechanism.